Good evening, Shaggy SoCal Tool for Forza, and it's time for another Thursday Night Thunder race at the Nordschleife. Though this time it is the Nordschleife plus the GP circuit. So it is the Nürburgring Full in this 1956 Jaguar D-Type. Um, this one again because it's the ring. I'm not going to do kind of a formal track guide for it. I think I've done things like that in the past, and this is going to be very off the cuff. So. What I'm going to do tonight is I'm just going to go out. I'm here in Rivals, and actually I'm going to whoop on some leaderboards here a little bit. So especially if you are Bad Dog, Dresky, or Landrail, I'm going to see if I can beat that 10:01. I'm just going to run probably an outlap and a flyer, just to kind of get a feel for what to expect with the car, and probably talk a little bit about there, and then I'll head into the race, and do a test race. I think based off the length of the lap, it's going to be about I think it's going to be a 4 lap race, and tires, some of you might decide to pit on every lap, and others might decide to try and stretch out a set of hards. But let's see what happens. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and set Landrail since he's the quickest. Since he is the quickest of the Jags on the leaderboards here, I'm going to see if I can beat that. Since this is Rivals, I don't have to worry about tire wear like that. Yep, minimal fuel, soft tires, that'll work. And okay, gear shift in the right place. And let's go try some Rivals. Again, the intent is I'll do an outlap and then hopefully a full flyer without and keeping them both clean. That's always the challenge. With this being the full GP circuit, well, it's not quite the full GP circuit. It's the full Nordschleife, but this will be the first change. Second gear here. Go ahead and cut that a little bit. There's probably a faster way out of there. But we do go all the way down to the end of the track. Second gear. Hit the 100 board. Ooh, might need to brake a little bit sooner. Shut to fourth. That could have been a little bit better. A bit late on the braking, at least late for how much braking I used. And then here's the other big change coming up with the full Nordschleife plus GP is it's the old chicane that we used to run in Forza 4. So I'm still trying to figure out the braking here. It's not as dramatic. It's a little bit past it. So it is kind of a blind entry. But I got to work on that. And then the transition to the Nordschleife, it's got a bit of a bump there. Second gear, third, brake just past the pit exit wall. Gear, fourth gear. And this is one I would say it's not about trying to push, and it's such a long circuit, it's easy to make mistakes. It's just focus on keeping the car on the track, keep moving forward, be smooth with your inputs. Minimizing mistakes is going to matter more here than just outright pace. Okay. Not sure how much I can. Definitely braking there. Might drop that to fourth next time. Just gonna leave it in fifth. Brake, release. Oh, yep. Okay, let me rewind that. So that's a little bit more brake. I did not brake enough. But what I'm trying to do is, again, as I crest the hill, there's two triangular caution signs or like alert signs on the right. Usually that's where I brake, and then the second set of signs is release and turn in. But clearly I did something wrong. Let's see if I can figure it out. Yeah, just I didn't brake enough. That could have been done in third. Whoop. I meant to go to fourth. Again, this is still just my first lap out on this, and I haven't driven this in this car since the shakedown, so coming up on one of my problem areas. It's this next set of corners. I always struggle. A lot of times is I carry too much speed in because it's like hit miss, or yeah, miss hit miss on those apexes. Here. Oh, that was late. That's why we practice. Line this out in fourth. Turning a little bit too early. I think you can do that in third if you get the line right. Fifth here, heading up to the corner of Courage. Let's see if I can figure out where I need to brake for here. I'm having trouble getting from fifth down to fourth. It's a me issue. Okay, up the hill, looking for the big tree on the left. A little bit before that. Let's see what third is. There's a little bit loose. Braking past looking at the orange end of the Armco there. Yeah, sometimes you can get away with that curve. But this car might be a good idea to stay off of it. I can keep it in third. What am I doing? Push a little bit. I might do that in second. And engine braking just help get the car under control. Little lift. Okay. Keep it in fourth, balance the throttle through here because it's very bumpy. And even though Brad improved the suspension, still very bumpy. Third is still probably best there. To the end, I'm going to butcher the German. Dottinger Strait, I believe is what this is called. And on my own, I don't think I'm going to get fast enough where I would need to go into sixth. We'll see what happens, as we crest the hill here and. Bang the rev limiter at all. All right, let's see if I can get a flying lap in and keep it clean. Break at the 150 just to be on the safe side. Oh, come on, get in a second. A little bit sooner, like right at the edge of the grass. That's better. And fourth this time to see if that. Still turning in a bit early. This chicane, it's a blind. You're going to be getting on the brakes, and you're not really going to see the first apex of the chicane until you're almost on. Let's break it to 100 this time. Bump, bump, bump. Okay. A little bit of a break, a little braking, not much, just a little. Again, the flat curves you can cross over a little bit. It's the angled ones that are dangerous. The heavily angled ones. This time, I'm going to try, I had it in fifth. I'm going to brake and put it in fourth. It's like as soon as the front sets back down after the crest, that's when I'm going to brake and downshift and do all the turning stuff. Okay, got to brake a little bit more here than I think I do. Back in, get on the brakes as soon as we're straight. foxhole. Move back to the center a little bit, just opens this turn up. This car likes to be driven very smoothly. Still not getting that one right. That's enough left rights in short order. You just be careful of the back end of the car. And they're a little late, so just late apex did as best I could. Brake a little early. Just kind of miss. Brake at the G. Okay, got to brake a little sooner and with a little more force here. A little bit late into that corner, just be careful of the exit. If I get this one a little better. Probably brake, well, I could probably, on the soft tire, I can brake a little bit later, maybe as I get to the dirt patches. But again, it's not, right now I'm not worried about, oh my God, I got to get a sub 9.5 minutes, or, but it's just, I want to get it done cleanly. Consistently. Yeah, I got to work on that one. Push. I'm dropping a second this time. Okay, I gotta brake at the line, turn in. Don't know if I like fourth or third there. Brake at essentially the painting that looks like a crosswalk. I think I like third better just because it feels like the car's a little bit more on its toes, a little bit more pointy, a little bit more responsive. This I will drop to second. It's sharp enough. That's better. Brake just like it's the hill. Gonna leave it in fourth. Third if you really need to get the car slowed down. Okay, gentle. Fourth, brake at the end of the fence. I think I was a little bit early on the turn in there, but almost there. Oh. Getting fifth. I might go to sixth if there's, you know, if I'm in a draft and get a really good draft, you might think about going to sixth. And here for this last chicane, so like that, again, I don't want to really try to find out how deep I can take it into that chicane. So I'll line the car up. I'll brake at the start of the inside curbing here on the left. Not a heavy brake, just enough to slow the car down. Then once I get past that, then I'll slow the car down. Do the major braking, down to second gear. And back onto the main straight. Whoop, and miss the shift. What are we at? There we go. So 912, almost a 9, you know, we'll just round up and say 913 on the soft tires with very little fuel. No worry about DAG and or tire or fuel drainage. So that's the Nordschleife. So that is now. Let's go ahead and finish that. Just saying, we'll finish the race. And yep. So where does that put me? These results. 188th in the world. Okay, that's nice. But on the friends, that's where it matters. Okay, so there you go. So if you do, you know, if you in prepping for the week, if you want to chase a ghost or you want to watch what I just did in game on Rivals, the time is there. Good luck. But what I'm going to do is, because I do need to practice some race craft or what I call my questionable racecraft, I'm going to set up what I think is the race distance. Plus, I need to get a read on tire wear. I think we got a decent enough read initially. Just want to validate that that's still true. So let's go ahead and get out of here. Excuse me for my gurgling and slurping. Let's exit. Okay. No, we went out of this completely. Race. Free play. Advanced. Down the list. J for Jag. Okay. So it is a circuit race. Track is going to be the Nordschleife. Whoops. Ring. Full circuit. Again, for about, you know, I think I did, if we estimate like a 9.5 minute, you know, yeah, it's hard to gauge this one, but it's like 4 laps. Yeah, this one's going to run a little long, but we're not going to qualify. So it is kind of more the typical 35-ish minutes. This one's going to run maybe closer to 40. We will go random because that's what we'll face. Rolling 4, dynamic track rubber will be on, but we always start at 20%. Whether random's fine, I am not going to run in the rain. I'll run at night. I will not run in the rain. Driver difficulty there. Okay, cars. We are going to say any cars. And I'm going to bump this up to 690. Because we're gonna do a Touristenfahrten. Essentially, we're just gonna let Forza figure out what cars it wants to put in that class or in this PI range. I mean, it always tries to balance it against the car you're in. It always tries to balance the PI there, but 692, I think I wanted to do 820. No, not 820, 720. I think in previous season. May give it 725. Okay, so 692 is right about where this car sits. Actually, I'm going to drop it down to 690 just to make sure. Anything from 26 to 2004, that's fine. And that's all good. I'm not going to mess with that. Rules, sport rules. We're going to do that. Tire wear. We are still running 5X on the tire wear. Standing start, we'll grid by PI. We will go ascending grid order, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a roll-off delay of a second. I'm going to give everybody a second stagger. That should keep things bunching up. Okay. Mandatory pit stops. I'm going to set it to 2 because it's going to be a 2-stop race. Just for all intents and purposes, where it's going to be a 2-stop race for us. With the differing tire compounds. You could do 3 stops as well, and that's where I'm not sure how, what's more advantageous. Running the soft tires for 2 stints, maybe running a medium and then soft on the others. We'll have to see. I'm starting in the back. I tend to then just say, you know what, let me just do 2 laps in the hard and try to leapfrog through not having to pit because I'm starting so far back. But we'll see how that goes. Okay. I know what you're downloading, Forza. There we go. Okay, so you're gonna tell us about Nürburgring? I missed the little bits of advice from Forza. Doesn't do it in free play. Okay, well, again with this car, the couple things to keep in mind with this car is it is light on its tires. So if you fire it into a corner and you didn't scrub it, you didn't brake enough, the car's going to push. It does have that bit of understeer there. Certainly, if you lock the brakes up, it's going to push there. The other thing we always be mindful of is the back of the car with the weight transfer going from one side all the way to the other very quickly. There's a couple spots in the Nürburgring where you're going to be going left and right in pretty short order. So the smoother you can make that transition, the less likely the back end's going to start, getting out of shape and stepping out. Thankfully, the car is catchable. So, but certainly if you're spending a lot of time getting out of tank slappers, that's not going to be the most. That's not going to be the most consistent way to get around the track. So let's go car, fuel and tire. Again, for me, I set a 50% fuel and then wait through. Oh wow, I did that pretty quick. I was going to say it's going to take a while for it to do that. All right, so I like just setting the fuel. 54% will give you fuel for the race. I'm actually going to start on the hard tires. Excuse me, that was rude. I'm going to start on the hard tires and then just work medium and soft. And the main thing here for me is I know the hard tires we should be able to get. I should be able to get 2 laps before it hits 60%, or I'll be hitting 60% right at the end of the lap. It's for the medium and the soft. It's really just getting an understanding of how much will they wear by the end of 1 lap. Because the mediums, you're not going to get 2 laps out of the mediums. You certainly, I think you're only going to get 1 lap out of the hards. So it's kind of like 2 laps on the hards. 2 laps on the hards, 1.5 laps maybe on the medium, and then just 1 lap on the softs before it hits that drop off. And certainly that's based off what I think I can do. And who knows what the conditions are. Let's just go ahead and hit done there. And the other thing is I did not check. I didn't see anything out of the. Okay, good. Thunderclouds. I'm happy with thunderclouds. 7 p.m. It might get dark by the end of the race. All right. Okay, I think that's everything there. So let's just go ahead and start the race. And I think for me, even though I'm probably going to be starting somewhere in the middle of the pack. Wow. I'm at the front. That means everybody behind me has got a higher PI. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the inside of pit wall. I do want everybody to get by me because I do want some traffic to work through. Usually Forza balances that out a little bit where I would be like somewhere in the middle, but no, that's fine. I'll wait for everybody. All right. A little tire wear up. I'll check that as I get back onto the course for start finish. Break because I've got to check up because of the VW. Nope. I'm over here. Excuse me. Leave your room to the inside. All right. So I'm thinking it's about the 100 board to be comfortable towards getting the braking. So let's just do that. There's the 100 down to third. And now the fun begins. A little bit early. A little bit of braking at the white sign on the left. Oh, push. Again, hard tires, they're not as grippy. Someone found the wall. With the Nordschleife as well is there's not a lot of prime places to pass, so it's really just being patient. Ooh. You might get mired into a bit of traffic. Set up for the left-hander at the radio tower. I can get something there. There's the rubble tree. Okay, not close enough. So there used to be previous floors. There used to be a radio tower. Some sort of tower right there, but oh, you're gonna leave me an opening here. I'll take it. It's like one of the D-types having some issues. If you get a good run here, you might set something up, breaking up the G that's on the G that's on the pavement. Leave it in second gear. Excuse me. Excuse me, Voodoo. He'll break at the base of that arrow that's there on the pavement. Still pushing a little bit. And just being a little bit conservative. That's off in the grass. Thank you. I'll take the freebies. Whiskey. Okay, he's backing off. Good. Not quite as far out to the right there as I would want to be, but I'll take that. It's probably the best I've done it so far. The wall, pick a side, excuse me. I want to brake a little bit sooner there. I need to be in third. A little bit there. In a lot of cases, I'm using reference points, like anything I can find, like you know, where the Armco's change color, you know, where the Armco barriers end. Oh, there's a bright orange spot. Crosswalk here, the little stripes that were painted there. Anything I can find that helps me figure out where I need to brake, turn in, you know. Usually getting back on the gas is mostly by feel. Just past the sign there. And I'm trying to stay off the curbs, braking at the pan on the graffiti on the track. I think it wouldn't surprise me if we go almost full darkness. Okay, so once you start going down the hill here, you can go down almost full throttle. I would just ease off the gas, just it's so bumpy back through here. Over there. Unfortunately, really not close enough to slipstream anybody, but also I don't have anybody behind me that can slipstream off of me. Oh, push, 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 push. Relax a little bit. I realize I'm all like leaning up because it's the ring. Fifth. So it does look like I've got at least somewhat of a top end advantage. At that time, I really didn't start, you know, getting on the brakes until I was at the apex of that first, you know, the first curbing on the left side. And where are we at? So yeah, so I got about 30% wear on that fronts, just in one lap on the hards. So yeah, 2 laps on the hards, and you're going to be Oh, sorry. I'm like, why do I have to? And then I realized because I set 2 laps or two mandatory pit stops. So, yeah, I will have to pit this lap to fulfill the requirement. Now, in our races, we only mandate one and let the tire wear kind of dictate, whether you need to do a second one or not. Pardon me. So, let's see if we can make these tires last until the end of lap 2. Wow, a lot of people. I didn't realize just how far up the order I jumped. Stayed in third. So I'm going to be stuck behind DK here for a little bit. Break this white sign there on the left side just to get the car into the corner. We'll back into the throttle. Get him here. I'm trying to look past him as far ahead as possible. I'm going to give him a little space just so I can see. Not the way I wanted that to go. I was actually hoping to maybe try to switch back and get to the other side, but it's all right. I'll catch up to him here really quick. Pretty sunset. It's harder now to see where I need to brake. A little bit. Careful with that curbing. If you just get the tires on it enough, it's enough to loosen the back of the car up. Excuse me. Okay, I know at night there's this left-hander that's almost impossible to see. This one. Alright, at the crest of the hill. Oh, that was a little early. Still made it work. Almost followed me out of straight in there. A little bit late. At least later than I would like. I think part of my struggle is, again, it's just the lighting change, references that I'm used to looking for look a little different. I can't see as far down the track as I'd like. Gentle, gentle. Yeah, that bump there. Once you kind of clear that here, you should be able to get back to full throttle. I was late. I was late for my reference there. Almost binned it. Almost binned it again now because I'm out of rhythm. Oh, well, that's also. Tires are going to go moderate here as I get onto the straight, aren't they? All right. Well, lost some time to DK, but we're going to both have to pit here. Where are we at? So yeah, I mean it's dicey for me at 60%. So this might be, just bite the bullet and just hit every lap. First apex, down. Oh! That's why you got to stay off the curbing. Pit is just as you get on the main circuit. Okay, well that could have been a little bit better. But we've now kind of leapfrogged our way to the front. Put the car in second. Brake at the 1. Leave it in 3rd, and we're kind of in the same situation we were last lap. Though I've got better tires this time. Brake a little bit just to get the car turned in. Right now, I want to see if I can get a run. Just see what the straight line is. See if I can get a run up the straightaway here. Get by him in the chicane. And if I can be ahead of him onto the Nordschleife. Got to run. A little bit tough on the inside. Got to bounce it. Entrance is much tougher to see. Okay. Brake at the end of pit wall. 2nd gear. A little bit earlier on the turn in. Stay off the curbing. Look for the white sign on the left side. Brake. Turn it in. Still 3rd gear, 4th gear. I look for dirt on the road that I can't see now. There it was, just past it. So it'll be a little bit conservative going in here. Get on the curbing a little bit there. You can really get on the curbing here, as you can really cross some curbing there. Just leave it in 3rd. I can barely see where I'm going. Really stay off of that curb with this car. The tree. If you're gonna kiss those high angle curbs, make sure your wheel is straight. Again, you can just barely see through here. Oh, it's nice having grip. bit early. I'd rather be a little bit conservative and keep it on the track. And again, this left-hander just past the light. Just past this light, it's left. Left again. That's that one. Yeah, there's just one of those. It's almost impossible to see just from the glare. Like, okay, that's the other one I can't see. I know when the ring first came out, people were complaining how dark it was. Well, what do you think of it now? I think it's much more difficult. Now, part of it too might be because I got this big yellow, you know, pit or be disqualified sign almost in my direct line of sight, but I won't have that excuse next lap. Kind of braking at the bottom of the hill there. Again, I'm not going to mess with shifting. I'm just going to leave it in third through there. That's the other one. I can't see anything. Brake just so I get to the downhill drop. Okay, nice and gentle. Going off. Almost went off. How many more laps? So this is where DK and I, because we did our 2-lap stint at the beginning, we're going to drop back the order because unless everybody behind needs to pit for tires, we're going to drop the order a little bit here. Yeah, it's 40%, 40% on the medium. Okay. So yeah, that's. You might. I mean, well, I think if you're going to do 2 laps, do it on the hards. But we'll get in and we'll go soft tires, and we will skip. I'll leave him first this time. All right, so how far down the order are we? Yep, 10-4. Alright, well I got a podium, but let's see how greedy I can be. Oh, third gear, what am I doing? Well, my hope is that the two cars ahead of me are on some sort of race tire compound that's going to go all bad, oh, like that, where they're going to lose grip. I might start making some of that up. Now, at the same time, though, since I'm on the soft tire, I'm expecting to probably be getting to 60% right about the end of the lap. I'm being a lot braver at the curbing on the soft tires. Here. Kicks back to the left here. A little bit to the right. Back to the left again, a lot quicker than I expected to. Right. Tree. That's a little bit late. Probably didn't need to short shift there. All right, let's see. Can I get through here this time? Light, light, that one. A little bit better. That's the one I keep forgetting. That is why you stay off the curbing, kids. Okay, well, at this point, it's not about trying to catch them unless they mess up. At this point, it is just about getting to the end of the race. Bring the car home. We'll back it off a little bit as I hit the curbs. There's Minor. Off, just get the car back on. I don't know. Maybe I should lobby for like, hey, no rain, no night at the ring. But of course, I could always turn the braking line on, but where's the fun in that? Okay. There's moderate, so yeah. Where's the Bilstein Bridge? There it is. Now I turn left. The light. Where are we at? Oh, yeah. I mean, the softs will get you a lap, but barely. Not too bad. 10-minute lap. Now that was on the hards. So, and 39. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think since we're not qualifying, I think this race is just going to run long. So expect about a 4-lap race. Yeah, hard tires, you might get 2 laps out of them. Medium tires will definitely get you 1. Even again, I was at 40% on the mediums after a lap. Even if you're a little more abusive on it, you should be able to get 1 lap on the mediums. It's the softs that you're going to have to baby them a little bit. You can't really, if you abuse your tires, then those softs aren't going to last a lot. So yeah, that's the Nürburgring. That is the Nürburgring full circuit in this Jaguar D-Type. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't think I was going to catch a Formula Mazda. I'll take a podium. Yeah, that will do it for the track guide. Again, if you want to chase a flying ghost on soft tires with low fuel, I've got one up there for you to go after. Or if you want to watch and see what I'm doing. Otherwise, I'll see you guys on Thursday night. Have a good weekend. Happy racing.